Good day. How you doing? This is Black Kojak here to give you some story time. Story time here is my first story time of Amazon, so this one here is going to be an interesting one. This is a time when I was fasting during Amazon. Due to religious reasons, I fasted in the whole month of July. Excuse me. I fasted the whole month of January. And so it was an experience that I just wanted to share with you. Um, it was something. It was something. Trust me. This was the whole month of January after eating a whole bunch of food in December, for Christmas and just going in on sugar. Just going in on sugar. And to be honest with you, every year at this time, I go on a fast, but it's not it's a wishy-washy fast, but this one here, um, being the third January working at Amazon, I decided to take this fast seriously. Why? Because I had accountability this time. Before, I didn't really have accountability while going on the fast, but this time I had a person that I would interact to every single day, and we go over our journey. So, uh, I actually recorded myself every day while working at Amazon in regards to the fast, but I don't display my recordings and put them on a media platform. So it was just something that I decided to just look up and regurgitate to you in regards to the story time. It was an uncomfortable fast, I must say, working a 12-hour shift. It was not the most comfortable, trust me. It had some times. I wouldn't say I had hunger pains because what I actually did was I didn't eat while I was at Amazon, but this fast incorporating eating either one meal a day or taking sea moss and water or eating a banana or an apple before going to work. But I didn't eat anything during my lunch breaks, and I didn't eat anything during while working at Amazon. So this here was a case where I was fully focused at work. I didn't have any tendencies of going to eat anything because I didn't bring any money. I didn't bring any food. And so I was solely on drinking water for 12 hours, which I see as a plus because you can survive on water for 3 days, but you can survive on with no food for a number of days. Um, it was it was a slow process for me to get from not eating to eating. Um, from eating to not eating, it was slow process. I figured that normally January is slow. I thought it was going to be slow, so I thought this fast was going to be a breeze. Not to my surprise, it was jumping up and down. It was jumping. Of course, it wasn't jumping like it was peak season, but it was jumping up and down. I mean, we were getting, work was coming in, so it wasn't like no, it was moving. It was moving and grooving. And for this year, it being a year for it to move like that, I found that to be interesting. So while I was working, I was doing my thing. I didn't have any feelings of passing out. I didn't have any issues at all in regards to being extra fatigued. Again, like I said, I would take teas, so I knew what teas to consume. I knew what things to digest in my body in order to keep it up. I consumed turmeric. I did star anise tea. I did turmeric. I took turmeric tea and I digested turmeric. Sea moss, ginger tea, um, what do they call it? Fennel seeds. That's another thing that I did. I did fennel seeds because that helps with digestion. So I was doing all these things, focusing on that, and of course, focusing on God. So it wasn't as strenuous or uncomfortable than I thought. Um, I just know in the fast, I had to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable and know that I was growing because you got to remember that on your break, you are eating. So your to do list is not as dominant because you're doing something other than your to do list. During my fast, I was doing my to do list. I was continuing my to do list of what I was doing before I went to Amazon. So if I had a list of things to do for the day, you know, not being on the fast would cut that down until I was able to go home. Knowing that at Amazon, when you go home, I work the graveyard shift. So when you were at Amazon, you're going home, you're getting some sleep. That cuts half of your day, and then you go back to work. In my case, I was still accomplishing goals while being on the fast. So while people were eating, I'm reading, I'm applying myself to positions and opportunities. I'm brainstorming. I'm reading my Bible. I'm doing these things, ways where I could help people, adding things to my calendar. All these things I'm doing while on the fast. Now, 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 the second shift was the 45-minute break. I was definitely sleeping. Matter of fact, I was sleeping so hard on the 45-minute break that people would actually poke me and say, "Hey, it's time to get up." So I was definitely sleeping, but the times where I didn't do most of the sleeping, I had things to do. Like even when there were like slow times, in between work, I was writing things down to do, talking to people, having conversations with people, asking my manager questions while on the break. I applied myself. Also, we do know that in a break time, I didn't worry about being on line of clocking out, clocking, because you're preparing for eating lunch, right? So that takes away, okay, you're clocking in, okay? So now you're going to the refrigerator. God knows how many microwaves there are and people waiting for them. So that takes away from your break. Not to mention that you're eating, and then you have to get ready to walk from your site back to your station. I didn't have to worry about any of that. I'm at my station. I'm at the station where I was, and I'm at the station where the next assignment they have, and I'm not consuming anything. I'm not rushing anything. So that was just a thing that I just took. Now, based off of my research of colonoscopy, what I learned is that okay, so a doctor can tell you, or for an operation, they can tell you fast for 24 hours, or a colonoscopy you fast for 2 days. You're given a special diet. The first day and the second day, you can't consume anything but the special fluid and water. So I said to myself, if a doctor or a man that walks on 2 feet like me can tell me something, why I can't do this for God? And so that's just a little side bar. Has nothing to do with Amazon, but it just had something to do with, okay, if I can do this for this assignment because the insurance is involved or I may be paying a certain amount of dollars, why can't I do this for working at Amazon? So it was actually somewhat of an experiment. I'm still here. I didn't survive. As a matter of fact, I lost 20 pounds, which I'm gaining. It's stressful gaining it back, but I'm gaining it back. I'm working out again, heavier on heavy weights during the fast to prepare for to prepare for Amazon. I tell you what I did do. I continue to do a lot of stretching. Again, turmeric, sea moss, drinking a lot of water, consuming fruits, vegetables, and I definitely took, I consumed greens before going to work. So I did those things and it helped me out in a great way because those are the things that will energize your body to keep it going. Fruits, vegetables. Um, so, in conclusion, I would say that it did great benefit to me. It did great benefit in regards to that. Um, it was a great experience, and I maxed out. I did great because that's all I had to think about was work, getting my work done, getting it done, and actually just keep on going, keep on moving, keep on moving, keep on moving, keep on moving. It was a psychological thing that okay, I was inducting like a madman. I was rebending like a madman. I was packing like a madman. I was just moving and moving. So I would say it was definitely a plus. Again, consume ginger tea, turmeric, herbal teas, lemon water, ate sea moss, um, did a lot of praying, so it really did some improving. So that's just my experience off of what I learned from uh, when fasting while working at Amazon. And it gave me the opportunity to pray for people while I'm working. Of course, you can do that on a normal day, but it just seemed that, okay, if I'm not eating, if I'm not thinking about eating, what am I thinking about? So that was another add on to that experience. So that's all I have for today. More to come, more to bring to your attention, more things to talk about. Have a great day.